Education is the foundation for a nation's progress. But what happens when politics interferes with this right to education? Well, a state might face hurdles in critical funding for its school education. Tamil Nadu has discovered this following its objection to the PM Shri mandate linked to the implementation of the National Education Policy 2020. What is this controversy all about? Vanakkam. This is T. Suresh Kumar. Thank you for joining me in this episode of the Hindu Focus Tamil Nadu. Now let's dive into this topic that deals with the PM Shri scheme, the Samagra Shiksha, the NEP 2020 and funding woes of Tamil Nadu. Recently, reports emerged that the centre has diverted to other states funds that were allocated to Tamil Nadu as the state refused to onboard the Prime Minister's School for Rising India scheme, that is the PM Shri scheme. Citing these reports, Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has accused the union government of resorting to open blackmail and snatching away rupees 2,152 crore meant for Tamil Nadu students and giving it away to other states. Going a step further, he has charged that no government in India's history has been so ruthless to strangle access to education for political revenge against a state. Following up on this charge, School Education Minister Anbil Mahesh Poyamuli said the centre has delayed dispersal of funds that is meant to be allocated to Tamil Nadu under the Samagra Shiksha. He did not refer to the reported diversion of funds, but he said the funds have been delayed. According to Anbil Mahesh, rupees 249 crore, which is the fourth installment of the Samagra Shiksha allocation for the last financial year, has not been dispersed to the state. Besides, the rupees 2,152 crore that Stalin said for this financial year has also not been released. This, incidentally, is not the first time that Tamil Nadu has flagged these issues. In fact, last September, Chief Minister M.K. Stalin took up the issue with Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and also the State Finance Minister Thangam Thennarasu had taken it up with Union Finance Minister during the pre-union budget discussions. To understand this controversy better, we need to rewind to September 2022 when the Union Cabinet approved the PM Shri scheme. This scheme envisaged upgrading and transforming 14,500 schools across the country into exemplar model schools. However, there was a catch. States had to sign a MOU agreeing to implement the national education policy in its entirety. Now, this is where it gets contentious. Tamil Nadu, though very keen on onboarding the PM Shri scheme, had reservations in implementing the national education policy primarily for three reasons. One, the NEP mandates adoption of the three-language policy in schools as opposed to the two-language policy that has been historically adopted in Tamil Nadu for several decades. Number two, the NEP fixes the entry age for school at 3 and follows a 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 structure, whereas Tamil Nadu is keen on 5 years as the entry age for schools, and it follows a structure of 5 plus 3 plus 2 plus 2, that is 5 years of primary education, 3 years of middle school, 2 years of secondary education and another 2 years of higher secondary education. Number three, the NEP prefers introduction of vocational education from class 6 onwards, whereas the state is all for introducing vocational education from class 11 onwards. Since these provisions of the NEP do not align with the state's policies and its educational framework, Tamil Nadu had sought modification of the MOU for onboarding the PM Shri scheme. The state essentially wanted exclusion from the mandate of implementing NEP in entirety. The union government, however, has maintained that implementation of the NEP was non-negotiable. The Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan, while contending that all 4 installments of Samagra Shiksha funds have been allocated to Tamil Nadu in the last financial year, has argued that since September 2022, the centre had written 9 letters to Tamil Nadu urging it to sign the MOU for onboarding PM Shri schools. In fact, he said that the state had in March agreed to sign the MOU, but later in July, it had sent a revised MOU in which a key paragraph on implementation of the NEP in entirety was dropped. Pradhan has emphasized that the NEP actually stresses upon teaching Tamil in schools in addition to regional languages, and therefore he feels that the state's concerns on the language policy are misplaced. However, the argument in Tamil Nadu for long has been that a three-language policy was nothing but an attempt to introduce compulsory learning of Hindi through the back door. Irrespective of these micro details, School Education Minister Anbil Mahesh has pointed out that Samagra Shiksha, which is an integrated scheme for universal education up to class 12, has been operational since 2018. That is, it predates the PM Shri scheme by 4 years. And therefore, he says that it should not be made a prerequisite to sign an MOU for PM Shri scheme to release funds that are meant for allocation under the Samagra Shiksha scheme. He says withholding of the funds and the delay on dispersal of these funds are impacting implementation of key schemes for students of Tamil Nadu. Incidentally, Tamil Nadu is not alone in opposing the centre on this score. The neighbouring state of Kerala has also refused to onboard PM Shri scheme, citing the mandate to implement the NEP. West Bengal had its reservations, and earlier Delhi and Punjab had delayed joining the scheme, citing various factors. The politicization of this issue has left the future of thousands of students and teachers hanging in the balance. The Samagra Shiksha was designed to ensure no child was denied quality education. However, the delay in the dispersal of funds has left Tamil Nadu's education system in a precarious position. While the state argues for autonomy in implementing education policies, the centre insists on a unified approach under the NEP. Clearly, education should never be a bargaining chip. Dialogue and compromise is the way forward. Let's see if that happens. On that note, this is D. Suresh Kumar signing off. I shall meet you in another video. Thank you.